This is the next level of budget portable gaming consoles. Today, I want to introduce you to the PowKiddy X28 handheld console. This is my first device from PowKiddy. In this video, we're going to unbox it, check out the ergonomics, explore the software, test its gaming performance, and talk about my overall impressions. But first, let's take a look at the specs. The PowKiddy X28 is powered by an octa-core T618 processor, which makes it more powerful than other consoles I've reviewed before. It has 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage, which should be enough to install several games and apps to start with. You can also use a microSD card. The display is 5.5 inches with a 720p resolution, providing a clear and bright picture. The screen is also touch-enabled, making it easier to navigate the console. Another big plus is the 5000 mAh battery, giving you several hours of gameplay without needing to recharge. The console supports Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5.0, has built-in vibration, a gyroscope, and a mini HDMI port. It runs on Android 11, giving you access to a wide range of apps and emulators. Basically, this is a standalone device that doesn't need to be connected to a computer. You can download games and apps directly using the internet, unzip them, and store them in the file system. I bought this console on Aliexpress with fast and free shipping. When ordering, you can use promo codes. You can find more detailed information and the link in the description box. Now, let's move on to the unboxing. The PowKiddy X28 came in this black, stylized box. Inside, under some soft protective material, is the console itself wrapped in a bag. Let's set it aside for a moment. The box also contains a USB Type-C charging cable and a manual. That's it, the package is pretty minimal. Now, let's take a look at the console itself. It looks pretty slim and it feels nice to hold. The plastic has a matte texture that feels good to the touch. There is a protective film on the screen. Let's peel that off together. The design is a bit boxy, but all the edges around it, so they don't dig into your hands. It fits perfectly in your hands, thanks to the rounded grips on the back. I really like this body design. On the front, you'll find glossy buttons. They're slightly rounded, high quality, and feel good when pressed. The D-pad is also glossy, which in my opinion adds to the comfort. Diagonal inputs are easy and feel accurate. The analog sticks are similar to those on the Nintendo Switch. They're slightly rubberized and have a pleasant texture to the touch. The Start, Select, and other auxiliary buttons are also glossy and give a satisfying click when pressed. At the bottom, on either side, are speaker holes. Unlike many budget consoles, this one has stereo sound, which is loud and clear, adding to the gaming experience. On the top, you'll find the power button and volume controls. There is also a microSD card slot, USB Type-C ports for charging and connecting peripherals, a headphone jack and an HDMI port for connecting to monitor or TV. Because the X28 has Bluetooth, I don't need to use regular wired headphones. I can easily connect my Bluetooth headphones and fully immerse myself in games. On the sides, there are 4 shoulder triggers. Your fingers rest comfortably on them, and the L1 and R1 triggers are thick enough to press easily. The L2 and R2 triggers are more like triggers you'd find on a console controller. Overall, the console feels great to hold and gives off a premium vibe. I really like it. And before we continue, please like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. This helps me promote the channel. Also, you can click the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos. Thank you for your attention. Let's continue. Now, let's turn it on and check out the screen and interface. The console takes a while to boot up, but since it's essentially a budget Android tablet or smartphone with a built-in gamepad, you won't need to turn it off or restart it often. On the home screen, we see just one pre-installed game. By the way, it's pretty fun and entertaining. I recommend giving it a try. One major plus is the bright touchscreen with vibrant colors. It's easy to navigate the interface. The only downside is that the screen constantly needs cleaning from fingerprints. At the bottom of the interface, there is a panel with essential tabs. The two that matter most are My Apps and Settings. Here you can install apps, Android games, emulators and more, just like on any Android device. In the settings, you can adjust all the basic parameters like date, time or interface language. You can also connect to Wi-Fi network and pair Bluetooth headphones for a more immersive gaming experience. Most users want to have trouble navigating the interface, since it's practically the same as any Android smartphone. However, what will likely cause some issues is the games. The console only comes with one game pre-installed, which I've already shown you. I don't think it makes sense to explain which emulators to install for smooth gameplay or where to download games. That's a topic for another video. If you're interested, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video on that. Now, let's move on to the game tests. We'll start with the simpler games that the console can handle without a problem. Darkwing Duck for the classic Nintendo. Playing on a bigger screen is incredibly fun. I love it. Next is Aladdin for the Super Nintendo. Playing is very smooth and comfortable. American Tail for the Game Boy Advance runs perfectly on the PowKiddy X28, very smooth gameplay. Splinter Cell, one of my favorite games. Playing on a large screen compared to the R36S is incredibly comfortable. Next up, Mario Kart for the Nintendo 64. The result is fantastic, it's such a fun game. Let's try Disney's Donald Duck for Dreamcast. It's a hilarious game. I did a little upscaling for a smoother experience. As you can see, the gameplay is super smooth. Another fun game for PlayStation 1 is Earthworm Jim 2. Even with slight graphical enhancements, the game runs great. GTA Vice City Stories for PSP runs at a stable 30 FPS with 3x resolution scaling. The same goes for Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. Even Tony Hawk's Underground 2 shows 30 FPS. This console can definitely replace a PSP. The next test is PlayStation 2, starting with my favorite game, GTA San Andreas. There are a few slowdowns, but it runs at around 25 to 30 FPS. Not perfect, but still playable.
Women are aliens, dog. Aliens. Forthright MC had to leave his woman because she don't like the old school hip-hop. Put your block on the box. That's right, don't stop. Call and shout out to all you...
Another game is Max Payne for PlayStation 2.
Find Alex fast.
Wasn't Jake supposed to take care of this?
He and Mickey are having too much...
Hold it!
We see similar FPS numbers, so you can definitely play it. Next up is Enter the Matrix. I completed this game at least 3 times. It's a must-play, especially if you're a fan of the movies. Need for Speed Underground runs, but the frame rate is low, making it tough to play. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 also has frame rate issues, so it's not ideal for playing either. But if you enjoy racing games, Jeep Thrills gives you a smooth experience and stable performance. Now let's try some Nintendo Switch games. I could only run a few of them, mostly indie platformers or games with simpler graphics. Heavier titles like The Legend of Zelda and Mario Odyssey won't run. The X28 specs just aren't powerful enough for those, but even so, there are plenty of great platformers to enjoy.
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test.
It's time to wrap up this review. In my opinion, the PowKiddy X28 is a great console for the price. I bought it for 120 euros on Aliexpress from the official PowKiddy store. I'll link it in the description box. It's not exactly pocket size, especially compared to the iPhone 15. And it weighs around 300 grams, which is a bit on the heavier side. It's more of a portable console you'd throw in a backpack or bag and take with you to work or on a trip. PowKiddy X28 is a solid console for retro gaming with decent hardware, comfortable ergonomics and good battery life. It has a bright display, quality sound and user-friendly controls. Sure, it struggles with some PlayStation 2 games, but if you're looking for a device to play PSP, retro or indie games, the PowKiddy X28 is a great choice. As for my personal experience, I'll say this: it's easily become my favorite gaming device. I am thrilled I bought it and have had so much fun with the games I've shown you today. I'm spending way more time with it than on my PlayStation 5 or even the R36S, though I still use the R36S for some games too. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I wish you pleasant nostalgia and successful completion of your favorite games.